On Shiv's instructions, the 9 rishis, the 9 yogeshwars, they went to test Parvati. So they saw Parvati performing austerities, a young lady. They said that, for a young lady to be in this isolated place, so cold, so austere, what are you doing? Parvati said, I am embarrassed to say, you people will laugh. No, tell us. She said, I am performing austerities to get Shiv as my husband. So the 9 yogeshwars, they tried to test her. They said, but don't you know that Shiv, he's a Baba, he applies bhasma on his body and he wears a mrig charm. He doesn't have any property, any wealth. Those bhoot, pret, ghosts and spirits are his associates. Why don't you try and get Vishnu as your husband? Vishnu is the abode of all good qualities. When they tempted Parvati like this, Parvati made an amazing statement. When Sati had rejected her body, Shiv, in complete detachment, was roaming around as a Baba. And finally he came back to Kailash and sat down when Lord Ram came. So Shiv was of course pleased to have darshan of his Ishtadev. Ram said, everybody asks you for a boon. I am also going to ask you for a boon. On hearing this, Lord Shiv was delighted, because Lord Shiv, although he is God himself, in his divine Leelas, he looks on Ram as his Ishtadev. Shivji said, Prabhu, your wish is my command. What do you want? Ram said, Sati used her intellect in my Leelas, as a result of which you rejected her. She burnt her body in the yajna of Daksh, and she has come back as the daughter of Himalaya. She is performing tapasya to attain you. When the proposal is given to you, please accept and marry her. Shiv said, if that is your wish, I will fulfill it. So now, on Shiv's instructions, the 9 rishis, the 9 yogeshwars, they went to test Parvati. So they saw Parvati performing austerities. They said that, for a young lady to be in this isolated place, so cold, so austere, what are you doing? Parvati said, I am embarrassed to say, you people will laugh. No, tell us. She said, I am performing austerities to get Shiv as my husband. So the 9 yogeshwars, they tried to test her. They said, but don't you know that Shiv, he's a Baba, he applies bhasma on his body and he wears a mrig charm. He doesn't have any property, any wealth. Those bhoot, pret, ghosts and spirits are his associates. Why don't you try and get Vishnu as your husband? Vishnu is the abode of all good qualities. When they tempted Parvati like this, Parvati made an amazing statement. She said, look, Shiv may be the abode of all defects and Vishnu may be the treasure chest of all good qualities. If I have loved on the basis of qualities, then I am still selfish. That is worldly love. My love is selfless. I will either marry Shiv or I will remain Kumari for ages and ages. That is my final verdict. So the 9 Yogeshwars were very pleased. They went and told this to Lord Shiv. Now Lord Shiv, when he heard this, he was delighted. He again closed his eyes and went off into Samadhi. At that time, there was a Rakshas called Tadakasur who was oppressing the Devatas a lot. And they were unable to kill this powerful Tadakasur. So Brahma ji said, if there is a child born to Shiv and Parvati, that child alone can kill this Tadakasur. So Shiv and Parvati need to get married. But Shivji is in Samadhi. What to do? So they commissioned Kamdev. They commissioned the god of Cupid and said, you go and you break Shivji's Samadhi. Kamdev came with all his associates and he started creating an environment out there, increasing the desire of the atmosphere, as a result of which the stream started running towards the ocean, the creepers started clinging to each other, clouds started merging in each other. But Shivji is still sitting unmoved. So Kamdev was totally annoyed. Finally, he took an arrow and he shot it at Lord Shiv. When that arrow hit Lord Shiv, he opened his eyes and he said, "Arey, bada rangila mahal hai. What is the matter? My samadhi has been disturbed." So he saw Kamdev, he became annoyed, he opened his third eye and he burned Kamdev to ashes right there. All the yogis became happy. Now Kamdev is finished, we will be very, very happy. The bhogis became very sad. How will we enjoy? Everything became neeras, dry. The wife of Kamdev, Rati, she started crying. Shivji felt pity at Rati. So he said, all right, your husband Kamdev will now be Anang. He will be without a body, but he will exist. So the Devatas, they came along with Brahma to Shiv. They requested Marraige. They did not give the real reason why they need the marriage. They said, nobody is interested in marriage any longer. Please, you have to create some ras in this world. You have to get married to Parvati. Shiv agreed. So the consent was given. The news was sent. Marraige, he went and he informed Parvati that you can now go home. Parvati went home. The preparations started getting made. Himavan and Maina, they were delighted that our daughter is going to get married. So here, the Bharat was being prepared. All the Devatas came. When Shiv is going to get married, it's a big, big event. So Indra, Varun, Kuber, Agni, all of them came. But they were all decorating themselves. Nobody is concerned in decorating the Dulha. So Shringi Rishi, he said, all right, never mind. He called all the Shiv Doots, the Rudragan. So all the Bhoot Pret from the various Shamshans, he called them over. Come on, decorate your master. So somebody is hanging scorpions from the ears and somebody is putting the snake around the neck. Such decorations as have never been done in the world. Now Shivji is starting off on Nandi. The Devta said that, it is below our dignity to walk with such a Dulha. Let us do one thing, let us walk in front, ahead. So the Devta started walking ahead. Shivji is walking behind. He is beyond Man and Samman, he doesn't care. The whole Bharat, it reached Himachal. So now the residents of Himachal, they saw the Bharatis so attractive, so well dressed. Vishnuji was right in front. They said, are you the Dulha Raja? He said, no, I am the Bharati. They said, look, if the Bharati is so handsome, how will the Dulha be? We are very eager to see him. Vishnu said, after seeing him, whether you will live or not, that is the question. So finally, when Shivji entered, na his barat, ko mukhahina vipula mukha kahu binu kar pad ko binu pad bahu vipula nayan ko nayan vihina rishta pushta ko atitan khina. Somebody has a mouth out here, somebody has got one eye, somebody is very fat, somebody is very thin. These kinds of the Rudragan, they are all walking. So moment the Bharat entered, all the Himachal Vasis, they ran out of the town. So Shivji said that nobody is here to welcome me, what is the matter? So Shringi Rishi said, Maharaj, this is the Mahima of your lotus feet. Nevertheless, let's go to the mandap. Now they went to the Vivaha mandap that had been readied. And of course, Himavan welcomed Shivji. Maina Devi was called, please come and do the Aarti. And Parvati was also called. So Maina Devi took the Aarti plate to do Aarti of the Damat. And when she saw Shivji, the Aarti thali fell out of her plate and she fainted. What is this? So she started cursing Narad that what kind of marriage have you arranged? They all tried to convince her that, come on, don't you know him? She said, under no conditions will I marry my daughter to such a dulha. So Naradji had to be called. Naradji convinced that what are you doing? Don't you recognize he is Jagadish? And your daughter is his eternal Ardhangini. She has been born again as your daughter. She is his eternal associate. So finally Maina Devi was convinced and the marriage took place.
Daily Sadhana is a unique coaching platform envisioned by Swami Mukundananda for people of all backgrounds to make systematic spiritual progress at your own pace and in the comfort of your own home. In Daily Sadhana, Swami Mukundananda will be your personal spiritual coach and will help you learn and practice spirituality every day in a structured and engaging manner.
If we could transform ourselves just 1% every day, after a few months, we would have changed ourselves 100%.
Daily Sadhana offers beautifully designed online courses where the timeless Vedic philosophy is systematically organized into daily lessons. Each daily lesson contains an exclusive video lecture, review slides to revise the key takeaways, special meditation sessions, and quizzes and exercises. Visit mydailysadhana.org to learn more and start your spiritual practice today.